Hello, welcome to another video. My name is Ruben and today we are finishing the third part of a series of videos on how to create a seismic susceptibility map. The objective of this last part is to make the final representation of our results presenting this layout that you are seeing on the screen. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Okay, so here we have the data or shapefile that we are going to need to create this layout. Firstly, the points of the earthquakes from the year 2000 to 2024, the geological faults, the result that we created in the previous video, as well as this Spain shapefile and the Europe, the Europe countries. So let me move this to the bottom, and the first thing we are going to do is create a layout. I already have one right here, but I can do this once again. Go to Insert, New Layout, and I will choose this landscape A4 size. Okay, I will choose this one. And now we can move our map to this page. To do this, go to Insert once again, and right here on Map Frame, you click on the map. And you can drag it like this. One cool thing, or one thing that could help us, is to create guides in our project. So just right click right here on this ruler and click on Add Guide. And we can do this in all the four corners, so like this, here as well, and at the bottom as well. We can do this, okay? And now we can easily adjust our map so it touches the borders of our page. Okay. The first step on this map is changing this color ramp. So go to Symbology and right here choose Stretch, and we can choose one of these color ramps, or we can create actually one of ours. So let's click right here on Format, and we can create a new one. At the left side is the value for the lower value, so the 35. So I want a lighter or a softer color. So I will go with this blue, for example. And for the higher values, I want a warmer color. So I will go for a red or orange, for example. Let's try this orange. Okay. And right here at the middle, we can use this one. We can use a green. Okay. Let's click on OK. And let me move this. And we already can see that these values here are higher, and we can see that the earthquake susceptibility is higher right here and lower, for example, right here in the center of Spain. Let's go back to our layout view, and we can start adjusting our map. Let's start by moving the Spain shapefile right here at the top, or top of our raster. Click right here on the symbol. Let me increase this to 1 of the outline. Change this to black, and remove the color. So set this at no color and click OK, and now we have a border, a really cool border right here. And for the map of Europe, we are going to do actually the opposite. So we are going to choose a color right here. For example, I will go with this gray, for example, 60% gray, and for the outline color, I will choose this one, no color, and click Apply. Okay. We can zoom or move our map by clicking on layout and then on activate, and we can move the map. And if we select the Z key on your keyboard, we can zoom in and zoom out. Let me adjust the map, maybe to here. For now it's okay, we can adjust later if we need it. And now let me, for example, let me change this to black. Okay, so now we can see the faults in the map. And for these we can, for example, we need to choose a color that contrasts with the green, the blue and the red. So we cannot choose the black color because we set the faults as black. Let's try with white, and let me do this. Okay, I think it looks cool. We can do one more thing, that is to set the transparency. For example, let's try 40%. Maybe no, because we want, it's very important that we notice this color red, okay? So we need to increase a little bit the transparency. Maybe to 75%. Let me apply. Okay, and this way we can see that this, actually let me increase a little bit. But I think this way is looking cool. Is looking very good. Okay, apply. Okay, like this we can see that in white we have the earthquakes, and we can also see the values of the map. Now let me change the background color to black. To do this, go to map, then here on the map right click, go to properties, go to general, and here on background color I will set this with this gray, for example, 80%, and click OK. Now let's go to the layout view once again, and what I want to do now is to create a title. To do this, just go to Insert, then right here on Graphics and Text we have a bunch of cool elements that we can choose from. For the title I will choose this A, so for the text click on the map, and we can give a name to our map. For example, earthquake susceptibility map. Let me increase the size here on appearance. For example, we can play a little bit with this. Let me change this to Verdana, for example. Let's click apply. We can actually choose bold as well. Let me decrease to 18. There we go. And change the color to white. Okay. And now we can have a subtitle as well. And I will say this: Spain, mainland. And we can choose our time frame. Let me capitalize this. Spain, mainland. Okay. And we can actually also select this, go to text symbol once again. Let's remove the bold and set it as regular and the size for 16. And we can also change the color. The map is very green, so we can choose this green. Let's see how it goes. Okay, maybe. Okay, we can go with this. If we don't like it, we can change it at the end. Now we want to represent this scale. How are we going to do this? Go to Insert, then Legend, and drag your legend right here. And it will appear right here on the left. We only want to represent this color ramp. So in this example, we need to remove the earthquakes, the faults, the shapefile of Spain, and as well the shapefile for the European countries. So I will just click on Control and select the ones that I want to remove. These four, click on Remove. And now I want to expand this color ramp. To do this, go to Convert to Graphics. Once again, right click and click on Ungroup. And now we can easily remove all the elements one by one from our legend. Okay, now let me drag this to the Canva of our map, and we can increase the size of this bar. So just drag it like this to the bottom. Let me do this. Okay, there we go. We have a higher bar right now, and we can also create a text right here and set this value. So the higher value is 79.15. Let's also change this to the same font and increase this to 14, for example. Click Apply, change the color to white. Okay, 79.15. And we also need to set the lower value to 35.02 and place it at the bottom. Okay, there we go. We have our scale. We just need to say what this represents. So let's duplicate by clicking on Ctrl+C and then Ctrl+V to duplicate this text. And I will call it Susceptibility Level. Okay. Then by selecting, we can rotate it like this to 90 degrees. Actually, let me select this and move it a little bit to here. And then we can drag this to here. There we go. And now what we can do is creating a north arrow. So let's click here. I like this one. This is my favorite one. It's the one that I always use. Okay. Then we can change these to white. Go to Display. And here on this arrow, we can select point symbol, change it to white, Okay, let me place it. Okay, here is okay. Then we can select the scale bar, click here, and we can choose, for example, this one. Click on properties of the scale bar. Here I want, we can have one division and 4 subdivisions. For the labels, we can have these 3. Then to change this from kilometers to km, go to options and change the label text to km. Now select it once again, and we need to change this to white. Let's start by changing the text to Verdana as well. Then go to scale bar, and we can change the color. Click on this arrow, and let's start with the numbers, for example. Set it as white. Then we need to change the division marks to white as well. Then the subdivision marks. The label. And the label, I think it's the units. And we only need to change the bar. It's this one, the scale bar. Or is not. Maybe symbol 1, let's see. Yes, and click apply. Okay, there we go. We have our scale bar in white. Let me do a scale bar from 0 to 500. Okay. And adjust with the text or with the title. Maybe right here. Then we can add the data. And we can say where we get this data. Change this once again to Verdana, and as well change the color to white, and let me decrease the size to 8, and place it right here at the bottom. And now we just need to move this map a little bit to the center. Maybe something like this. We actually are moving, we are increasing the size, so the scale is changing, as you can see. So if we zoom, the scale automatically changes. So maybe something like this is okay. Now we need to represent the earthquakes. Click right here on Insert. Right here on the symbols we can choose this point and set it here. go to symbol, change it to white, click on apply. Then I will just Ctrl C and Ctrl V this number here, and I will call it earthquakes, and the time, so 2000 to 2024, and I will place it here, and this circle to here. So there we go. This way we have already as well the earthquakes represented in our legend. Let me move this a little bit to the top. Actually, let me select this. And let me duplicate this as well. Change the name to fault. Go to insert. Here, let me draw a line. We can increase this because it's black and we can barely see it. So go to symbol, let me increase this to 2. Okay, this way is better. And now we can export our map. To do this, go to share, then click on export layout, then you choose a name and an output for your folder, and then you click on export. This was the third part of a set of videos aimed to analyzing earthquakes in the Spanish territory. If you want to watch the first 2 parts, you can find the videos in the description of this video. In part 1 I show how to calculate the susceptibility. In the part 2 I show how to use the AHP method to identify susceptibility levels. And now in this third one I show you how to make a simple layout. Thank you for watching. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment what you want to learn next.